Frick. No, it just started over. So we lost that one forever.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, this time we can actually start like with an idea in mind.
Yes.
Now, I mean, we've already started, so we've already fricked up. But can I say fricked on the podcast?
You just
You're
did.
right.
It's a lot better than the alternative, which is what I would have said. So.
Okay. Well, why don't you introduce yourself, co-host?
My name is Katy Maurer. I am a senior English student at Olivet Nazarene University. I have minors in creative writing and professional writing and communications. And I love space, and I'm a huge nerd. And right now, I just woke up from a nap, so let's see the stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Could be a lot worse. Okay.
Sorry.
And I am the other host, Elijah. This is so weird. I've never done a podcast before, in all of my years of being weird and creative. I've never done a podcast before, so I don't know how to, like... I'm just thinking about, like, all the... Anyways, sorry. I'm Elijah. I'm a junior. I'm a public relations major, and I do music. That pretty much sums me up, honestly. Yeah. Like, you could just put, I'm Elijah, surface. I do music.
Honestly, yeah. That's a good start.
Okay.
Solid.
This is what happens when we do our podcast in musical places. Though I wouldn't call that music. Hey, we're still rolling, so I consider that a success. Okay. So, our podcast, which there are supposed to be 2 other hosts on right now who are remaining.
Do we have a title yet?
What?
Do we have a title yet?
We do. I thought we were going to go with the original.
Are we? For sure? Okay.
Okay. We have to communicate it subtly so we don't, like, blow it out of the water.
Do you have any spoilers?
Well, no. So our podcast is going to be called Soundscapes. Okay. So the idea behind this program, it sounds so official, is we're gonna take books and potentially like other things down the road, but starting with books, either by our listeners, of which we have none so far, our listeners' recommendations,
we'll get there.
or our own recommendations, that aren't like currently movies or something like that, or audiobooks, I guess, because there's a little bit of music usually in audiobooks. Mm-hmm. So that aren't movies or audiobooks yet, and we're going to try and formulate like the idea of a soundtrack. Am I missing anything?
No, because I'm an English major, like I said, and he does music.
I do music, though I don't study it.
Yeah.
Though I'm pretty studied at it.
Okay, calm down.
I haven't I've studied AP Music Theory. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah. So it's a good team. High five.
That was a firm high five.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. Oh man. We have to talk for another...
We're excited to see how it'll...
38 minutes.
I didn't realize it was going to be this long.
Well, I mean, we can shorten it, because I got stuff to do, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, it's just the first one.
It is just the first one, which is supposed to... We should talk for at least 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if I gave you the full background idea on this, because I've had this idea for a long time that I've wanted to make soundtracks for books.
Okay.
And I always thought it would be the coolest thing. But I am not my musical inclinations don't extend that far. So I'm going to try and get like a keyboard with multiple sounds on it so that I can do like...
Oh, that'll be fun.
Okay. Grandma. That'll be fun.
Such a fun time.
I'm going to get a keyboard with multiple sounds on it, and we will not be in here. I don't know where we're going to go.
We could go in the planetarium. I don't care.
Could we really?
Yeah.
That would be sick. Sick.
Yes.
Do you watch New Girl?
No.
My heart is broken.
Right.
We need to... I have to actually think about the things that I say.
So I said we should do it out loud.
We're putting this on Facebook and other social mediums. You can't say mediums. That was dumb. Social media. But I like mediums so much better, you know?
Nobody cares what you like. Grammar is never wrong.
But it is debatable sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like the Oxford comma.
It is technically debatable.
Technically is all that I need. You give me technically and I can take that for miles. She's just trying to kick me. I'm just saying, as a field, it's debatable. Now, like, if we're talking about...
Parts of it.
Yes.
It is changing.
I feel like,
that's
though...
not what the podcast is about.
If you can... Fine. Okay.
That's why I said we need, like, an outline of, like, the subject we're going to go. Start there.
Okay, well, we can create an outline for each episode. On air right now.
Yeah.
Well, because the least amount of... The minimum amount of editing that we have to do on this, the better. Because I am not an editor of sound things.
Me neither.
Cool. No, we should definitely do it in the planetarium. That would be...
Yes.
That would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to get a keyboard. And we will potentially have other, like, musical or English, or just people who enjoy books, like, other people on the show talking about that book, or contributing that musical idea. Like, if we get a request for, like... you know C.S. Lewis's The Space Trilogy?
No.
C.S. Lewis has a space trilogy.
Adding that to my
list. It's
list.
like Chronicles of Narnia, but in space. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So yeah. So like if we were going to...
For our listeners, I just mouthed a very enthusiastic, but... borderline inappropriate phrase, and that's a normal thing for me, so...
Right. So we should talk about language. That's actually a good segue. So, like, there will... So, like, our other potential regular hosts are probably not inclined to language. But Katy and I are a little more free with the tongue. That's not a good phrase.
No, it's not.
No.
I'm pretty liberal. I forget I'm at Olivet a lot.
I wasn't going to talk. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're going to
No, we're going
politics.
to this. Yeah, no.
I forgot about that.
The others aren't here, so it doesn't matter. So there will occasionally be language and us flaming liberal discussion.
Flaming?
So one of our other... We should not... Oh, no. One of... a good friend of mine was like, in the beginning of the friendship, we were talking about something, and she's like, so, you know, like, political leanings. And I was like, I would prefer not to label myself because labels are dumb. And she's like, oh, you're a flaming liberal, aren't you? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess. So we will talk about, like things like that will sometimes factor their way into our discussions.
We'll try to focus on
the
books
book.
and music, though, apparently.
Well,
maybe.
Yeah, it's more so like we're going to talk about the books, and then I'm and whoever else is helping me is going to try and create a musical idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the thing is, if we were going to write an entire soundtrack for like every book, that would take like months.
Yeah. Like one
maybe
season
not months.
Podcast
yeah,
could
season.
be an entire book.
Yeah. Which isn't a terrible... No, it is a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea. We'll just be sick of it.
That'd be too much time. So we'll, like, each week we'll come up with a musical idea and kind of play it out. And then if we wanted to, we could do a rudimentary recording of this kind of, like, musical idea, like, separately.
That would be all you.
Yeah, no, I know. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Well, now, do all of us need to read the book? Probably, right?
Stories, at least stories that we're all familiar with, yes.
Because we're kind of hoping to open it up to you guys, our listeners, to suggest us books. But here's the thing, like, so we could say that...
Do you want to start with just short stories that are on the internet?
Is there going to be enough depth in a short story to make a song? Or an idea, a musical idea?
At least a tune.
You know, for the first little while we're picking up steam, we could pick the books ourselves, find ones that we all know. This isn't a podcast so much as a recording of the planning meeting for the podcast. Which is fine.
Delving into our minds.
It hasn't even been 10 minutes yet. This is so long. How do people talk for like an hour?
They probably have an outline.
Frick you and your outlines, Catherine.
Shut up, buddy. Oh, this is empty. Okay. Throw it at you.
There's not a trash can in here.
It's okay, I'll just hold it.
Okay, that's fine.
The trouble with me, though, that I can see is that if we try to pick stories that we're all familiar with, it'll be
different interpretations of each story.
That or stories that already are movies.
Yeah, I started a list with a guy that I had talked about this, not a podcast, but like about writing the music for this for a while ago. And we started a list of books, but I don't remember what was on. So we could start making a list, like individually. Yeah. I had one in my head earlier.
Or do you want to do something like if you pick a song, like one of your like favorite songs or whatever, that makes you think of a character in a book?
See, but then, so like putting themes to characters that are popular music, that stem from popular music.
Yeah, we could do that. Like, it doesn't have to be like every time, but if we run out of ideas.
It'd be fun to do every now and then. Yeah. If we run out of ideas.
If you get stuck.
Man. If nobody gives us a good suggestion. If nobody listens to our podcast ever.
We'll listen to it.
We'll listen to it. Okay, so Soundscapes, we're writing musical ideas which will go to accompany books or characters or plot themes and stuff. Can you have as a plot theme a thing? It's a theme and a plot. They're two different things. Oh, good. This is why Katy is the English major, not just making music. So,
I mean, that just makes you think of like the character themes in movies, like Skywalker's theme and Vader's theme.
I'd be fine with that.
But for plot, like
plot, no.
Yeah, no. You said like plot theme music,
and that is a plot device which has its own theme.
Okay.
I'm just saying. We knew that this. We knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
There's going to be conflict. That's why we need the other two to even us out a little bit / incite more violence, verbal violence.
Right.
That's my next band name. Verbal violence.
Ooh.
I like that.
Sounds heavy.
It does sound heavy. My speaker or my my water bottle is also a speaker. Has a little speaker on it.
What?
Yeah. It's a little baby speaker.
I want this.
It's $10 at Walmart.
Oh, I'm going to Walmart.
Go to Walmart. Don't do it right now because we have a podcast. But at some point, go to Walmart.
Let's just hit the road.
We could take the podcast on the road. This is just on my phone. And honestly, like, if this is quality enough, like, I don't need to get 8 microphones.
No.
I would be fine with this. We'll have to see what it's like with more people, though. And the music part of it will be tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless what we do is we kind of just play around in the podcast with a musical idea, and then every time we put out a podcast, like, you know, whoever and I are recording, like, we'll record a set idea, but we won't put that in the podcast itself. It'll be like an accompaniment.
Okay. That's up to you.
You know, what we could do is we could have, so like, we could do 2 books a month, and the first week is just a podcast of us discussing the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second week, we, you know, I and whoever else will show the music that we've written,
mm-hmm.
and then we can discuss the music and the different musical ideas the second week. See, but that requires editing, because then I have to edit the music into the podcast. Or I have to play it through a speaker, and then...
Yeah,
there's just so many issues. I need to know so much more about sound engineering.
I am not the person to go.
I know you're not the person. I know I'm the person.
I'll listen to your troubles.
That's not helping me right now. All right, we're almost at 15 minutes, which is not bad.
Wow.
And I don't even know if anybody's going to listen to this if we're like 5 minutes long, much less 15 minutes long. What time is it?
7:33.
I feel like we could call it if we wanted to.
Okay. Good start.
Then you could actually get some sleep.
I have to do homework and study for that test in that class tomorrow.
Oh, persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
I have not. I haven't studied at all.
I'm gonna read.
I don't know why I'm like worried about talking about this in the podcast. Our listeners are going to get very close to us very fast. If we have listeners.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
That was creepy. Just so you know.
I know.
In case you weren't aware.
I know. No,
okay.
It was meant to be.
Okay. All right. So then we'll put this out and share this on our social media, I guess.
Find us on Facebook.
Should I make
Do we have a Facebook?
I can make a Facebook page. And my
That's probably a good
18th
start.
billion Facebook page. I make one every 20 minutes for my various musical projects. Getting stressed out just thinking about it. Yes, find us on Facebook at... I don't know if anything exists called Soundscapes. We should maybe have done some research first. I did look up how to podcast on Friday, so I feel like I got off to a start. Why is it so loud out there? They're like chanting.
There's several pages called Soundscapes.
Is there one called The Soundscape?
The Soundscape. Whoop, that might help if I can type.
Or The Soundscapes?
It's a band, apparently.
Of course it is.
That are, I think they're German.
The Soundscape is a band?
Wir sind ein.
Oh yeah, that's
Wir
German
sind
for sure.
ein Soundscape Collective.
Ooh. Wait, are you suggesting that, or is that one
No,
that's
that's
on there?
something
Dang
that
it,
popped up.
Soundscape Collective.
I know.
Like.
Let's not do Olivet Soundscape because
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
an Olivet.
Then we can't use all the language that you love to use.
Yeah.
Well, we are free to not mark this one explicit, but we're
Yeah.
gonna have to probably mark some of the following ones explicit.
Yeah.
We can go with like on a touch and go basis. If we don't swear in a podcast, it's not the worst thing in the world. If we do swear in a podcast, though, it's also not the worst
it is
thing.
my goal. No, I'm kidding.
Just like one F-bomb at the beginning and the end.
Like a PG-13 movie, you're allowed one.
You
right?
are allowed one. I don't know if that's how it works in podcasts. Like, I don't. Who do we talk to in podcasting who were like, we only dropped one F-bomb. Where's the PG-13? I want a blue E instead of a red E.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our goal.
Well, we'll get there, one way or the other. Okay, so Soundscapes Incorporated? The Soundscape Podcast? The Soundscape Show?
Stop saying words before I can even type the one because I kept hitting B instead of E. The Soundscape.
Whose fault is
Podcast.
that?
There's
It really sounds like there's demonic children outside.
There's nothing specifically called Soundscape Podcast.
Should we go with that one, or what? Or should we just do Soundscape and then hope that they can find us? Or do we try and find a really unique name that might be a little bit weird? We can do the Soundscape Podcast. That doesn't sound terrible.
No.
And then we just say, welcome to the Soundscape. I like welcome to the Soundscape better than I like this is the Soundscapes. Yeah, welcome to the
Soundscape.
Oh, can we make that the podcast name? Welcome to the Soundscape?
Is that the Facebook page?
Yeah,
Or
I
the
think
Facebook
so.
page? Welcome
Well,
to...
is everything welcome to the Soundscape?
Could be.
We could make like Welcome to the Jungle our intro music, but it's Welcome to the Soundscape.
Just like
I can figure that out.
Beginning like guitar
But
part.
no. Let's have like the whole song. We need the wherever the Welcome to the part is, and then I just want to edit it so that it's just me saying Soundscape. Welcome to Soundscape. We could do that. I can figure that out. I also want to say that this podcast is monumental for two reasons. Number one, because this is clearly it's the start of something new.
Please don't.
But the other reason is that I'm wearing shorts, which hasn't happened most of all summer. Literally was in the Dominican Republic and did not wear shorts.
Why?
Because I just hate the feel of them. If it weren't so freaking hot today, I would not have worn them.
If we weren't at Olivet, I would have worn shorts. Like I'm wearing shorts right now.
Oh, we're almost at 20 minutes. I'm kind of proud of us.
We're getting there.
So wait, is it Welcome to the Soundscape?
Welcome to the Soundscape.
I love that. All right, so what? Find us on Facebook. Should we start a Twitter too?
That's up to you.
Probably, right?
You could.
Because we could
We
Periscope
could just
on
tweet
Twitter.
out the links.
We could tweet out the links.
Sure.
I don't think we should do an Instagram.
No.
It's too much work.
No.
I have to make a Facebook page. And a Twitter. Welcome to the Soundscape. So are you going to look that up on Twitter? That's probably too long for a Twitter handle. Right? Twitter.
Very good. Do the.
I
I don't find any handles that are. Oh, there's something called the Clip Soundscape. What's that?
Katy.
Focus. No. There were no handles that were just at Soundscape.
Really?
Yes. There's
No.
Unless there is, and you're looking at a different page.
What phone is this? This is
the Galaxy.
Huge. Of course you own a Galaxy.
What does that mean?
Because you like space. It's the Galaxy.
Hey!
Hey! Hoppa! Built for the sea.
I refuse to get an iPhone.
Fiercely honest songwriting.
Ever.
Hypnotic. I know, it just feels so weird in my hand. Alright, well, great. I guess we can just be Soundscape on Twitter. Kind of irritates me that we're Soundscape on Twitter and welcome to the Soundscape on Facebook. What's our
the tagline on Twitter can be Welcome to the Soundscape.
Welcome to the rock. Okay, alright, so welcome to the Soundscape on Facebook and then just Soundscape on Twitter. Wow, that's so unprofessional looking though. Maybe I can make our username on Facebook like Soundscape and then it's welcome to the Soundscape.
Okay.
I'll figure it out. Okay, so if anybody actually listens to this all the way through to the end, which I will be mildly surprised by, if you listen to this all the way through to the end, email me at ersvoboda@olivet.edu and I will
give us your feedback.
Give us your feedback. I was going to offer like a $10 gift card to something.
It's going to drop $10 for anybody who emails you.
Nobody's going to make it through. I have such faith in the laziness of our comrades that they're not going to make it through.
That's fair.
All right, email me at ersvoboda@olivet.edu and I will, I'll bring you Jimmy John's or something. Some prize. I have a Chicago sub right here, but it's from Nesbitt.
For you.
So, yeah, I didn't want to eat on the show. I thought that would be tacky.
Just talking with your mouth full. We'll figure it out.
So we're going to meet in Strickler next week. Or not Strickler. Yeah, Strickler.
Yes.
And we're going to have, hopefully, other people present.
I can ask some of my friends, one of my friends,
I know.
if he wants to come with.
Okay.
Because he likes this stuff.
This maybe we should not talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
Who's going to potentially be...
I'm not going to drop names.
No, we haven't dropped any names, right?
Right.
Yeah. I kind of told a story that was less than flattering. Well, if you're a conservative, then you love that this conservative called me out as it's so much worse. I should not have said anything at all. She and I will talk about it.
So if you listen to this, find us on Facebook once we create the page, and send us any suggestions you have for
books,
stories,
short stories or books, yeah.
Yeah. All that good stuff.
See, I did think about doing poetry, but I feel like if we put music to poetry, it would just be a song.
Yeah.
You know, it would just be writing a song, which is actually my wheelhouse, but it's fine.
Turning poems into songs?
No.
Anyway.
Okay. Welcome to Soundscape, and then Soundscape on Twitter. Okay. Cool. I think, are we good?
Yes.
We need a sign off, don't we?
I guess so. I've never done this
I should
before,
probably
so
I should probably write like a musical idea. Wait.
Oh no.
Do you want it happy or sad?
Happy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say bring the.
He just ran over to a piano.
Welcome to the soundscape. Except I don't end on tonic, which is irritating. Is that happy enough?
Wrong key.
Welcome to the soundscape. I kind of like that one, but I think it
needs to be like more upbeat.
Do you know what that's from?
No. Should I?
It's from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which is a space movie about aliens.
I know. I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh. Needs to be more upbeat. Well, but it's goodbye from the soundscape, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or should I say farewell? Farewell probably sounds nicer, right?
I like it.
Farewell from the soundscape?
Yes.
And it needs to be more upbeat?
Yes.
Okay. It's literally just the same thing. I don't know how to get more upbeat than. That's also a song, but that's my song, so I can play you guys. Oh, Dr. Bell's gonna yell at me. Welcome to the Soundscape. Too choral. I can't get it out of my head now, though. It's so catchy. All right, I'm just gonna make that our theme.
Okay.
Farewell from the Soundscape. Wait, I messed it up, guys. Farewell from the soundscape. All right, we can't put that. So, let me just play all the spacings I know. All right,
Yeah.
farewell. Oh, wait, I could.